Hello everyone, welcome to Best Recipes with Sharon. Today we're going to be making a dessert pizza. It's made with sugar cookie dough, and I'll give you some different ideas on different toppings that you can put on it, and it'll be a lot of fun. So stay with me and let's go do this. Alright, back to the kitchen and let's get started. Start by adding 2 large eggs to the mixing bowl. 1/4 cup of light brown sugar and 1/2 cup of white sugar, and give that a little mix. Now I'm adding 1/2 cup of softened butter and mix that in until it's well combined. Now add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, also 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla. We mix that together and then add 1½ cups of all-purpose flour and mix that until it forms a soft dough. I place the dough on some parchment paper and I sandwich it together with another piece of parchment paper on top. By using the parchment paper, it'll make it easier to roll out, and you don't have to use any additional flour. So roll it out until it's about 1/3 inch thick, and keep turning it so that you can roll it out into a circle, and you do that by rolling it on different angles. So this dough is enough to make about a medium-sized dessert pizza. We'll go ahead now and remove the parchment paper off the top of it, but leave the parchment paper under it and just place it simply right on top of the pizza pan. Now place that in a 350-degree oven. Place it on the middle rack and time it for about 15 minutes. You want it cooked just right so that it'll hold together for you, so it should be lightly brown just around the edges like this. It's easy to transfer it onto a board when you still have the parchment paper underneath it, so you go ahead and do that, and then cut it into pizza slices using a pizza cutter. And it's probably best to cut it while it's still slightly warm. Everyone has their favorite toppings, so for the sake of the video, I'm going to make different ones so that it shows you what you could do, and you can do whatever ones are your favorite. Okay, so are you ready? Here we go. We'll start with cream cheese frosting. This is one of my favorites, and I did include a recipe towards the end of this video if you want to make homemade. Next idea is rice pudding, and I'm just using it from the can here, but I do have a video on my channel that tells you how to make that homemade as well. Next one is butterscotch pudding, and again I do have a recipe for homemade butterscotch pie, and so the pudding part of that would be perfect for this. Here I'm simply spreading Nutella on it, and that's another one of my favorites. Who doesn't love whipped cream? I'm using it straight from the can here, but it's really easy to whip up a fresh batch of whipped cream and simply sweeten it with a little bit of icing sugar. You know, there's probably lots of other ideas that aren't included in this video as well, so use your imagination and go for it. These are just a few simple and quick ideas. So don't hesitate to get the whole family involved. It's like, what do you want on your dessert pizza? So here are a few basic ideas for you. Sliced fruit is always a nice treat, and there's a huge variety of fruit to choose from. Okay, so if you want to get a little bit funky, you can even add breakfast cereal, sugar pops, or Fruit Loops. Kids love that. I go over each of them and add a little bit more fruit if I think there needs to be more. I even added a few chunks of Aero chocolate bar. I cut them up into little pieces and threw that on top of a few. Or you could melt the chocolate and drizzle it over the top too. Here's the bonus recipe that I talked about, the homemade cream cheese frosting. So if you did decide you wanted to make your own, this is one of my favorites. dessert pizza on a cookie dough crust. This is what it looks like, and it's up to you to make it to find out what it tastes like. Go ahead, give it a try. It's quite easy to make, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. And I just wanted to say thanks for watching the video all the way through and for your support of my channel. I appreciate your comments and your subscriptions, and for giving the video a thumbs up. All these things help to support the channel and get it promoted. Now if you go ahead and make some of these, please take the time to leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you chose to put on top of your pizza. If you're interested in my recipe book or the Crown of Purple that is wrote by my son Ryan, I have provided a quick link in the description below this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.